Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Serena Scaglione, coming to you live from Maui, and this is the second part to our prenatal aerial yoga swing class. So we're going to come back where we left off. First thing you should always do is just check your hardware again, make sure everything's feeling good before you can give all your weight to the swing. And we're going to come back in same exact way. And one thing I was going to say, to make sure that your swing is at a good height, where you could always test by seeing where the carabiners are attaching to the daisy chains. And when I hooked the swing in, I got up on my tiptoes, and that was the loop that I chose to put the swing in. So that's a good approximation. Also just coming around and seeing if the swing is right below chest level, right about here, okay? So again, I'm going to come to the front of my swing, and I'm going to come in the same way as we did before. I'm going to bring my elbows inside the fabric. I'm going to press down on the fabric and create some nice tension here with my forearms. I'm just going to lean myself back and sit back, and then I'm going to hold on to the swing, and I'm going to bend one knee and then bend the other knee until I'm nice and level here, and I'm going to heel toe my way out until I come to a sumo squat. So again, sumo squat, your feet are at 10 and 2 o'clock. So we're going to be coming into part 2 now, which is doing some forward folds. And in order to get into the first variation of forward fold, you want to keep heel toeing yourself out until you get to about 9 and 3, and then you want to stand up, press your legs straight, and then hook your elbows in the fabric. And my feet are as wide as my mat, and again, having this nice round mat here can really help you with your alignment. And my elbows are bent, and I'm hooked inside the fabric. So this is a wide-legged forward fold. So the swing is at the elbows for these first exercises. And you want to make sure that your hands are staying in fists and that they're engaging forward. So your arms are not loose and back, but they're engaged, and your fists are coming up by your ears here, okay? This is just, again, a way that we stay engaged in our upper body so we're not overstretching the body. And you can do some little mini cat-cows here just as a nice warm-up and prep. So I'm just gonna inhale and look forward, and exhale and round. Inhale and look forward, exhale and round. Just to start to warm up the upper thoracic and the spine. Make sure your heels are wide and your toes are in. And the next pose we're going to do is called an elbow lock. It's also called a football stance as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep one elbow nice and engaged, and I'm going to take one arm up and out of the fabric, and you still have this elbow here to keep you from doing that too fast. And you want to bring your hand down to the floor right at 12 o'clock on the mat here. And again, I'm not letting my arm be like relaxed and loosey-goosey, but I'm keeping it nice and engaged. I'm keeping my fists strong and up by my ear. And then we're going to practice inhaling ourselves forward, and then exhale and coming into this little bicep twist. And make sure you're moving from your upper back, so protecting baby, so moving from the upper thoracic. So inhaling and looking forward, and then exhale and twisting. Inhale forward, and exhale and twist. And do this a couple times on this side of the body. Another alternative that I like to do sometimes is you can actually even take this bottom hand if you feel secure, and you can bring it onto your leg. So you can inhale forward, and you can exhale twists. Inhale forward, and exhale twists. And then when you want to come up, then you just release the hands, and you want to grab onto the fabric here, and you want to bring it up over your head, and then pull down on the fabric. Bring the fabric into both hands, and the first thing that you're going to do is just going to bend both the knees and the elbows and come into this nice squat here. And if you want, you can play with straighten the legs and bend the legs. Just kind of let yourself drop in. And again, you can control whether or not this is coming more from the arms or coming more from your legs. So if it was just my legs, it would probably look more like this. But with the hands, I can pull more with my biceps. If you want, you can also straighten out the arms here, and you want to keep your biceps by your ears here. And you can do this as well. You can also play with doing some side lunges here as well. Inhaling center and exhaling to the side. Inhaling center and exhale to the side. Keeping my back nice and flat. Keeping my arms engaged. Help project the body. And then when you want to come up and do the other side, you just press the fabric down. Bring your left arm up now and around. Hook the swing with your elbow and then come back into your elbow lock or your football stance on the opposite side. So again, you can have your hand here right in the middle of the mat at 12 o'clock, and this hand is staying engaged, bicep is engaged, fist is by the ear. You can inhale, look forward, and exhale, twist. Twisting from the upper thoracic, exhale, twist. If you have a nice stable mat like I do, you can also opt to reach your hand to your leg, wherever you can reach. Inhale forward, and exhale, twist. Inhale forward, and exhale, twist. And again, when you want to come out of this, you can bring your hand back to the floor so it stays secure, and let your arm straighten, grab onto the fabric, swing it up over your head. And if you want, you can also bring your arms over your head here, keeping a nice wide-legged stance, and you can do some arm pulses here. You don't want to let your whole head like collapse down. You want to keep your ears by your biceps. Do some pulses. Nice. And then to come out of it, you're just going to press down on the fabric, and you can heel toe your feet back. Okay? So now we're going to do some forward folds as well, but this time the fabric is going to be down underneath baby. So it's best if you drop your swing down one notch. To do this is what I find. And there's lots of different variations here. So unhook your swing and lower down one notch on either side. Okay, so 3 different styles here. The first one is you're going to have the fabric bunched up, and you're going to press the fabric down, come onto your tiptoes, walk forward a little bit, and you want to get it so it's underneath your belly, especially underneath baby. And it helps if you walk forward and then you release the fabric, and then you slowly bring one hand to the ground, and then you can walk yourself back a little bit. And it might take a moment to get this position correct. If it feels like it's still on the belly, you can kind of lift one leg and kind of push the swing down a little bit, and then lift the other leg, and that will help it get to the top of the thighs and be underneath the belly. So we're gonna come into a nice down dog here. So just the way that you would normally do a down dog, hips are nice and high, pressing through your arms, pressing through your feet, and you can also choose to wag your tail here just to kind of open up the body here for down dog. Other move that you can do here is cat-cow, so you can walk your hands forward a little bit more. So my hands are actually off of the mat if you have this nice round mat, and my feet are more on the mat. And I can inhale, come up onto my tiptoes, and exhale, curl, and round. You can inhale, come up onto my tiptoes and exhale and round. I'm recording. Can you come out? Thank you. Pardon us. Inhale and then exhale. Inhale and then exhale. So if this is not feeling entirely comfortable on your baby, you can come out and try 2 different other positions, and I want to show that to you. So to come out of it, you have to just keep walking yourself forward, walking forward, and keeping tension on the fabric. If that feels challenging to come out that way, then you can also opt to have a chair in front of you, so you can hold onto the chair or a bed when you want to come out. Another option for down dog or any of your forward folds here is, instead of having the fabric bunched, you can actually open up the fabric and have the fabric going across all of your belly, so kind of like a little koala pouch for baby. So push the fabric down and then bring your arms out, and again get the fabric all the way down to the top of the thighs and have it be underneath your boobs here, and then walk yourself forward. So again, you've got this nice open coverage pouch for baby, and then you can bring yourself down and you can try the same thing here in your down dog. So different ladies find different ones more comfortable, and I can practice wagging my tail here, just kind of loosening up the hips. And then again, I can just walk myself a little bit more forward, come onto my fingertips to come into my little cat cows, or I think Jen calls them cat's meows. So I inhale, bring myself forward, and exhale, bring myself back. Inhaling and arching, exhaling and rounding yourself around baby. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And I'm going to show you the third variation, which is with the leg loops, in the next video. So other things that you can do here as well is you can play with leg lifts. So you can bring your hands onto the floor and you can lift a leg and you can come down, lift the leg, and come down, and do the same thing on the other side, lifting a leg and coming down. You can also play with doing some chaturangas. So I'm lifting a leg and then I'm bending my knee out to the side, bringing it towards my elbow. And because I'm pregnant, I'm keeping my knee nice and wide here. So only go as far as baby will allow. So lift the leg up and then bring knee to elbow. Lift the leg up and then bring knee to elbow. Of course, you can come back to down dog and you can wag your tail again. Keep your head nice and relaxed. And then you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So first try a couple nice leg lifts here. And then you're going to lift and then knee to side. And I'm coming forward as I do that. So I'm pressing back with my leg and then I'm coming forward. So my shoulders are kind of stacking over my wrists. Lifting the leg and coming forward. Lifting the leg, coming forward. Okay. If you want, you can just come wide and come and wiggle back and forth for the hips. And then in order to come out of these, I'm just going to again walk myself forward, forward, keep going until you feel like you can fully stand up. And always just take a moment just to ground yourself. Maybe hold on to the swing for a second just to make sure that you're not lightheaded or dizzy from being in a slightly inverted position. And then you can pull the fabric off of the body and just take a moment to breathe. Sometimes I like to even come down onto my knees here and just ground for a second. You could do wide-legged for baby. Just give a nice heart open stretch right here. Great. Well, that is part 2. And please feel free to tune back in for our next part, where we're going to actually get ourselves a little bit more lifted. So far, everything that we have done, our feet are still staying on the ground. But next, we're going to move on to our Buddha sequence, where we're actually going to be putting our feet or ankles inside of these leg loops. So please come watch the second or the third video. Thank you so much. Mahalo.